Hello everybody, Double A Gaming here, and this is part 2 of my Gothic Invasion campaign where we expand rapidly. We put Russia in a personal union, or Muscovy. Our mission allows Russia to form even while in a personal union, which is really cool. We complete the entire mission tree and get the Gothic Invasion CB, which is essentially imperialism, but you can get it without the tech. So as soon as truces are up and we're able to, we're going to absolutely cleave through these European nations. And not only that, but we have the power to do it because we are the first ranking great power with, between us and our subjects, 15,000 development. So we are in an absolute fantastic place. So 1,500 development, but you know what I mean. So we're in an absolutely fantastic place to get the Gothic Invasion achievement. So if you want to see how we got there, go ahead and keep watching. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. The big enemy that I want to take care of is obviously like the Ottomans, especially because they're still weak-ish. But it's gonna be easier said than done because our allies don't want to actually help us do something with that. But I think broadly speaking, we're just gonna have to wait till they attack the Mamluks or something, and then call on our allies. But in the meantime, well, our allies won't join. I'm gonna wait for my truce with Muscovy to end so I can personal union them. And since I have about 4 years before that happens, I could probably attack one of these nations right here. I'm going to use Poland to help me beat Nogai because I feel like I want that land. There we go. Let's attack for Rin. Actually, no, Saratov. I didn't co-belligerate these guys because actually, since a jam would have turned it down, I should have co-belligerated them, but it'll be okay. They're not really big enough to start a coalition or anything. Alright, we finally take Admin Tech 5, so we get our first IT group. I'm going to go quality because we need to punch above our weight class. And quality is the best way to do that. It also synergizes surprisingly well with our ideas because we have like army tradition, decay, and discipline from our ideas. So that kind of synergizes with quality because we get army tradition and discipline. So like theoretically, once we complete our idea set, we're gonna have like plus 10 discipline from our ideas in this, which is really good. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and full annex Gizakimuk. And now that they're full annexed, I won't have to pronounce that ever again. Alright, the Ottomans are attacking the Mamluks, and Austria allied Muscovy. So I'm going to attack the Ottomans, pull in Austria. So set a war goal of Constantinople. So now we gotta end this war pretty quick. And I'll just accept that for now. I wanted more gold, but we kind of just need to bow out of this war, like now. So in October, we're going to declare another war for Muscovy. Obviously, it's pretty insane to be declaring all these wars at once. But, you know, you only live once. Alright, let's declare war right on Muscovy. Make sure we get our personal union. Declare for Moskva. March right north. Alright, the Ottomans are actually wasting their time in Trebizond. So I'm going to set a defensive edict. So that means they're going to have 90% defensiveness here on a level 4 fort. So good luck wasting your time, buddy. Looks like some rebels are going to take over Kazakimuk. I'm kind of fine with that for now. Because, I mean, I'd prefer, obviously I'd prefer they didn't, but, you know, it's just the way it's going to be for now. I need to take Moscow back over. Please help Thompson. Somehow I'm a great power. I don't know how. Let's take the Union. Plus some provinces. And I'd take gold, but he's not going to let me, but that's fine. I'm just going to, take the Union over Muscovy and go from there. I just took these few provinces just for a smoother border to the north, because I think it looks nice. Let's core those provinces up. And yeah, once the northern border's looking really nice, so like once we actually take Kazan, that's going to look even better. Let's head south to try to unsiege my country real quick. I mean, the wars are going good. We are really stretching ourselves. Our Russian claim will actually permanently improve our national idea set, because you can see right here, this is going to give us 1 Diplo. But since we took this, it's also going to give us 15% improved relations, which is really good. Also, give us the entire East Slavic culture group, we're going to keep our personal union in Muscovy, so it won't be as useful up here, but it means all this Ruthenian, Belarusian land, where it's going to be fully accepted, which is going to be really good. So we're going to take that right here, improve relations. Accept the culture, Palace of the Tsars. I'm going to pick this event, and let's see what we want to do. You can make it cheaper to annex, make it so they can form Russia, or take national manpower. I'm going to make it so that they can form Russia, because I feel like that would actually be really good. Because I could use them to kind of colonize the East. Subdue the hordes. So we're completing a bunch of our missions. We're going to subdue the hordes. We're going to get some construction costs, or local construction cost and time and step provinces, and we're going to hold off on gateway to the east for now. One thing I absolutely I have to make sure I do is actually improve relations with Muscovy, and we're going to have to hope our old king doesn't die before then. Oops. Oops, that's all I have to say to that. Jam will white peace, so I'm going to do that. Somehow we actually have positive income right now, which is incredible. Move a merchant around, see if that improves my trade income. Yes, it absolutely did. Oh no. Let's see. So he abandoned the siege of Constantinople, which is really good. So I'm gonna wait till he crosses over and retreat. Probably over to like Guria. Shoot. I really wanted to win that siege. So hopefully Austria doesn't peace right out. He's still high war enthusiasm, so it looks like he won't. But you never know with AI, they can be fickle. We are going to just assault this breach we just made. Take Constantinople right back from the Ottomans. So I feel good about this peace treaty. Bam. Alright, we actually rank up to kingdom. Let's absolutely make sure we're concentrating development. Pardon me. The big question is if we make Byzantium a subject for Reconquest CB. I think we actually do, because it'll also save our admin. Let's give Byzantium some of this land so I don't have to core it myself. I'm also going to declare war on Kazan right now. Just declare for Bashkirid, that gold province that I really want. The big question is if we take a golden era yet. You know what? Yeah, I think we do. Alright, let's take them out in O2. Nice little stack wipe right there. Check out these Ottoman rebels. Oh, looks like I can get an alliance with Aragon, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Oh, a nice stack wipe from the Kazan forces right there. Finally piece out Chagatai. White piece him right out. From this peace deal, let's take max gold, or not max gold, a lot of gold and a lot of land. There we go. We also got the gold province. We're attacking Nogai. I don't know if we're actually going to annex them or not, or vassalize them or not. And I'd get some cores on Transoxiana, I guess. The problem is I'm already pretty full on subjects. Alright, we have 100% war score, so I'm going to full annex Pipus. Can't core them yet. I really don't know if I want to vassalize Nogai. Nah, I'm just gonna white piece him. Or I guess I'll piece him out for some gold. I don't want to expand any further east for now, because I like the borders to the east, and also I'm pretty maxed out on admin. Of course, the truce is up, so let's attack them. Let's pull in Austria and Aragon, rather. Let's declare for Gulnacine. Let's declare a war conquest on Quarkolilu, because with the Timurids being involved in our war with the Ottomans, they won't join and help these guys. Fortunately, right now we're getting a bunch of naval ideas for quality. It's not really helpful to us right now, but should help us out later. Let's take them out in Trebizond. There we go. Didn't stack wipe them, but it was made him take a lot of casualties. Right, I can double my conversion speed if I take religious ideas, so let's do that. Let's separate piece Hormuz. Gonna take some gold from him. Austria actually white pieced. No, I'll actually accept a white piece with the Ottomans for now. I want to get a bigger war with them, but I think I'm gonna have to actually fight the war instead of gallivanting out and about. So we're gonna hold back for now. I would just rather a white piece and then go back in 5 years. I do think maybe I got a little cocky. And have been fighting this war instead of fighting the Ottomans like at all, but that should be okay. Or we can white piece Gilon, and then take this peace treaty from the Quarkonulu. We do actually get a merchant's family home from this, so we're gonna turn Constantinople to Gothic, get claims on the Balkans. We're going to get a lot of culture conversion cost, and then we are going to get the Gothic monarchy and move our culture to the German group. We're obviously not going to pick successors of the Byzantine Empire because that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of the achievement, right? So yeah, we're going to go ahead and click this. We'll get rid of merchant autocracy, but that's fine because this reform is a little bit better anyways. And then I'm going to feed Armenia a lot of this land. Truce for the Ottomans is over. Calling Austria and Aragon. Declare a reconquest for Tlemcen. There we go. And this time we're really going to take them down. Alright, we have an additional, we unlocked our tier 5 government reform. I'm going to choose cavalry warfare, because I've been using a lot of cavalry. This puts us up to 70 cavalry to infantry ratio. And then let's pick up divine supremacy. So we're really going to be able to start converting this land. There we go. Alright, we've completed that siege. Let's move further west. Alright, so Tunis, I'm going to take max gold, and then there we go. We got a piece with Tunis. Next, just Hormuz. Yeah, I'm probably not going to build a separate piece of Hormuz. I'm not marching my troops all the way to Arabia. Alright, we want to war with the Ottomans. Let's send these guys up north and send these guys to Ankara. And I'm going to take these two provinces so I can release Syria and Karaman as subjects, and then I'm going to take all of Byzantium's cores back. Release Syria and Karaman. Alright, let's declare for some of Quara's provinces. I'm probably going to feed Armenia until we can actually make him make Greater Armenia. There we go. Let's take out Tabriz. Alright, let's peace out Quora for all that land. Honestly, I'm going to attack the Timurids and keep feeding the Armenians their claims. So this is kind of a sleeper strategy I wouldn't really think of, that the Armenians make such a good vassal or even a march in this region. They get claims on absolutely everything. You just keep feeding them and feeding them. Alright, these two sieges are chugging right along. In fact, we got Shiraz really quick. I'm going to take Tech 12, even though we're 4 years ahead, so we can get that innovativeness. We're at 36 innovativeness right now, which is pretty good. I'm going to pick defensive Eastern Musketeers, so I'm not sure exactly how the pips work. Is anybody really? But from what I believe, with like if you have a choice between defensive troops and offensive troops, so like unit types, usually like defensive you'll take less casualties, but offensive you'll deal more casualties. But we don't have a whole bunch of manpower, so conserving our manpower seems like a good idea. All right, let's carpet siege the Timurids. Alright, that should do for this war. I don't really want to take a bunch of war exhaustion because of how much land he's occupied up there. So this will do for now. Let's see who's next. I'll ally the Mamluks for now. Pushes me way over our Diplo relations, but also helps keep the Mamluks out of any coalitions, which I want. Full of land, so we're getting 50% morale of armies. That's going to be really good. We got that right before we declare on the Ottomans, so that's actually really lucky. Prepare for war. So because of our trust with the Commonwealth, even though they like the Ottomans, doesn't matter. Pull in all of our allies. Declare a reconquest. I'm going to take a loan real quick. I don't want to, but I gotta. Summon the Grand Company. Bam, bam, bam. All right, from France, we're going to take a lot of gold from him. Break up his alliance. Hormuz, we're going to take gold. Next is just Tunis. Make sure we're taking roads and then move my troops north. There we go. From Tunis, let's take gold. Alright, I integrated Byzantium. Alright, I'd say that's a pretty good peace treaty, considering I'm probably taking, I don't know, altogether probably at least like 200-300 development out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and send this peace treaty. And I'm going to release Bulgaria. Yeah, that had to have been at least like 200 development, or maybe like 150 or something. But basically a lot of development for one war right there. And then let's release Bulgaria. Bam. For next month, the truce is over. There we go. Let's go and attack the Commonwealth. And not only will the Defender of the Faith Austria not help, but they will help me instead. So that's good. I'm going to declare cleansing a heresy. And yeah, we should be ready to go. This feels so mean. They helped me out so much, and this is how I'm paying them back. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. But you know, I'll feel a little bad. See how we need 15 provinces plus Kiev. $13. All right, this should do for the Commonwealth Peace Treaty. We're basically just taking all land and nothing else. But that's all right. A little bit of aggressive. A little bit rather. That's a little bit aggressive, but that's okay. Let's grab some more provinces for Armenia. Let's declare a reconquest. Let me move my troops over there and here and everywhere. Bam, 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 bam. we're basically just like carpet sieging, and we like blitzed all those forts real quick. So I mean, this is a pretty easy war. Goes to show how hard we've been to the Ottomans these past few peace deals. I would like to take the land for Armenian East, but that's fine. Alright, so we're taking this peace treaty. We're getting rid of that stupid fort in Rhodes. Let's see, we're going to become an empire. So now we accept all Germanic cultures, which will be really good for when we are moving into Germany. We're going to take this, which will give Kosovo a buff. A really good buff, actually. And then I'm going to rename the Aegean Sea to the Gothic Sea and get some good modifiers on all these Aegean lands. So now we should have really good control over Constantinople. We're going to get Gavras Triumphant, which will recruit general, give us a commandant every time we recruit foreign general. And then, let's see. And then we get a special mercenary company called the Gavras House Guards, which will not cause army professionalism, and all mercenary companies will give half the amount of professionalism lost. And now I just need to quickly finish building a few buildings right here. So that should complete that mission. I'll go ahead and complete that. Take that tech so I can upgrade my cannons. These land right there. And I guess I joined in on that war, which will refresh the Ottoman treaty, I guess. This is probably going to be a real quick League war. And I'm just going to go ahead and sell these guys right here. There we go. So we're settling the Goths. We're going to gain a bunch of, let's see, we're going to gain 3 production, distribute 10 development, and then prime herding rights gets a pretty big boost. And next thing's next, we're going to, I guess, insult Austria real quick. There we go. So even though we're allies with them, we're going to be able to take the Gothic Invasion mission. So this is our mission tree done, by the way. All that's left is the actual conquest. Let's read this. Gothia may have returned, but the Gothic ways have not. Germany has yet to be conquered. The kings and queens there have not yet bent their knees to us. Then we shall make them kneel using the sword. Minor spelling error. I need a refund, Paradox. Immediately. But from that, we gain return to the Gothic ways in every German province in Germany, which will make our culture conversion even better. So we could probably pretty easily culture convert all of Germany. We don't even need to for the mission, but maybe we'll try to just for fun. And then we're gonna get Gothic Invasion CB, and then we're gonna get bonuses from each of these provinces. So Diplo annexation from Vienna. Advisor cost from Prague, missionary strength from Cologne, administrative efficiency from Aachen, And from Lubeck, we gain naval force limit and trade power. So altogether, a lot of bonuses as we conquer Germany. And we, like I said, we also get the Gothic Invasion CB, so we're going to see how good that is. Let's loot Prague. Yeah, he didn't give me anything, you little rat. Everlasting victory, War of the Protestant League. All right, so Catholic is the official faith. And we're just kind of super Austria on the map, but they're still weaker than us, so that's fine. We're 50% crown land. The League War is over, and honestly, we are basically ready to start conquering Germany. So things are going really good. We are like literally the first ranked great power. In the meantime, all I really want to do is like beat up Austria and then stuff like that. But aside from that, I mean, I think this is a good place to call it because because we've been playing for I don't know, like 70 years now. But this is a good midway point because the next episode we can just tear through the Commonwealth to try to get to the HRE. And I would really like to dismantle the HRE. I'm not ready to get rid of my alliance with them quite yet, but I'm getting there. Just in case, I'll send a little diplomat over that way. Yeah, I would say this is a good place to call it here. Let me. Yeah, this has been part 2 of my Gothic Invasion campaign. We went from not being a great power to the first ranking great power with over 1,000 development. We have probably the most disciplined army in Europe at this point. Well, I guess we're about to, because we still need that one last idea. But once we do that, we'll have 15 discipline. We had completed the Theodoro mission tree, which means we have Gothic Invasion and all of our European neighbors, and we're just going to keep getting that. So we can basically use that to even conquer like France or Spain eventually, right? But right now, in the next episode, in the next part, we're going to use that to chew right through the Commonwealth. We're just going to wait for that truce to end up. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content like this, let me know down below. And if you feel like it, give me a like, because I really appreciate that, and it lets me know to keep making content like this. But aside from that, I will see you in part 3, where hopefully we will get Gothic Invasion, or it might be a 2 or 3 or 4 parter. We're gonna see, but I'll see you. Like I said, I'll see you in the next part, and hope you enjoyed watching. Bye.